Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, all. All right. I had some trouble getting in here today. I was trying to get into this streamer for at least 5 minutes. It's 7:10. Crazy. I mean, I created it a little like late, quite frankly, because I didn't put it up yesterday. Yeah, so I because I didn't put it up yesterday, and then I was halfway like in my own head about doing this with my guitar. I would put it up right back in here. Worked on some stuff myself. I think I got some stuff down, but I was so busy like doing these shows and like running around trying to do guitar stuff. I was talking to a family member yesterday, and oh, that's not good. And he reminded me that we're gonna have a tropical storm, like a hurricane. He said, "No, like a hurricane." Like, no, that's hitting Florida. He's like, "Well, yeah, but we're gonna get the tropical storm, and it's gonna it's gonna affect us." And it never dawned on me that it was gonna climb up the coast. I mean, obviously, it's gonna climb up the coast. We know how these things work. But I was just so like, yeah, yeah, okay, in my head about it. And now I'm like, holy crap, I'm not prepared at all for this rain event. And on top of that, this perhaps needs to get its digital act in order. And on top of that, am I going to clear up anytime soon? All right. Maybe if I kill the cam and it comes back. But on top of that, let's do that. All right. All right. Did that work? Let's cut it back on. So on top of this, oh, good Lord. Now the camera won't come back on. Are you serious? What is going on? Oh, anyway, it's not even clear. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with this. It's a morning. So I was thinking this storm is likely going to affect the 4 p.m. broadcast. So sort of selfish of me to sit there and think that, right? But nonetheless, it's going to affect the 4 p.m. broadcast. What does this mean? It means I'm going to try to stream, but I doubt that that's going to happen. I mean, we're not getting I don't even know. It's going to rain for about 12 hours, and a lot of it, power outages and the whole bit. So if we do not get a power outage, I got to cut on some of these lights. If we don't get a power outage, I'll be streaming. If we get a power outage, I will obviously not be streaming. So yeah, I mean, it looks fine, but apparently the bit rate here on Haps has one. This is why you can't game on this streamer. You know what I'm saying? But I think in a year they'll have that fixed, and then I'll be turning this place up. Let's cut this on. Let's grab. Grab the remains of the day and get at this. So I have been up since about 3 o'clock. Shoot, since about 3 o'clock. And get playing guitar, working on that. That's good coffee. Working on the major pentatonic. And it dawned on me, since we're teaching ourselves, what is the minor? That is some good coffee. What is the minor pentatonic? And I also figured out my finger deal, because it was really turning my head around. So the minor would be same positioning, but major versus minor pentatonic. G major pentatonic, G A B D E. You know, I don't know how I got myself into this situation at all. Um, it's so fucking layered. It's so interesting. I don't think I've ever gave music quite enough credit. I just think it was just there to make me happy. And you don't really think about the work people put in or hear about it. Now, the more I study this and the more I hear how people get their music stolen or sell away their life's work, the more I'm like, Jesus, what is wrong with people? Shape 1, shape 2, shape 3, shape 4, shape 5. We know all of these. That's shape 5. That's not shape 5. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Huh. See, now I got questions and I got nobody to ask them to because this has shape 5 as shape 1 and shape 1 as shape 5. The Greckles are back. Oh. E G A B D A G E minor pentatonic and E minor pen. How to read the box position? Root note start fret. First string thinnest, sixth string strongest. And plus, I got issues with what a root note is, and oh yeah, it's a thing. It is a thing, but that's all right. We make progress. How do we make progress? God only knows. But progress comes with us because it's what we as humans do, right? We make progress. All right, so I am gonna have to figure out this on another day because I can't. I'm curious about it. I want to watch this.
One of the most remarkable aspects of the human brain is its ability to.
That sounds about right. All right, let's have some coffee. Is this screen still a mess? Come on. It took me forever to get into this streamer today, and now the camera is not cooperating. Look at that. What is that? It looked like it's shot with a rock. Oh, can you imagine if I set up another camera to this thing? Why is it so wonky? I mean, there's not a lot going on. I'm not using a lot of. You know what? Okay. You know what? I don't even know what to do about it. I'm gonna thank all my friends who happen to be watching this. I'm sorry, but this, yeah, about the quality of the picture. It seems to be out of my hands. But let's at least check to see if we are streaming on all the other, come on, man, all the other media. I bet if I close this, which is what I'm trying to check, it'll likely get better. Wow, look at that. Yeah, we're streaming on everything, but man, that is not good. Look at this. It really is frustrating. It really, who will watch this? That's the problem. But the Chiron is clear. So good job. Ridiculous. All right. I don't know what to tell you. Let's all right, let's just drop all of it. All right, and let's get into some guitar. It's been like this for about what? You want to say 5 minutes now? You know, I don't even know what to tell you. They should have to send me an apology for this. this bandwidth. I mean, seriously. I mean, no disrespect here, but I'm here every day, twice a day, 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. This is the first time it's been this bad. I'm not really happy about it, so I'm not going to totally bust their chops. But seriously, guys, this is just one of the ground balls of video, right? That you have to be able to see the image. Am I asking too much? I think I'm asking too much. I mean, it's not radio. I keep telling people the internet is not radio. But yeah. Oh, it looks like it's trying to come back. But the thing is, not even a lot is going on. I'm afraid to even move around. So let's cut this light on. So yeah, I don't want my 4 o'clock show to be done in by the storm, but it likely may very well be done in by the storm. Yeah. Oh, my other pick is in the other room. All right, time to pick another pick. I keep all my picks in a mason tin in the room just because otherwise they'd be all over the place. I think, honestly, and it's a mixture of some are easy, some are hard, some are, you run out and you buy the kit, the giant kit. Your internet connection is good, thank you, but why is my image butt? That's the question. Ooh. More coffee. Right, we tried. We cut the image off. What does present mean? Dare I click it and see what happens? Oh, okay. Let's cancel that. Okay. Present screen. All right. Well, there you have it. I don't know what present screen means. I should probably do more homework. But I do know that the image is unwatchable. So if you're here, I appreciate it. So yeah, so again, it's going to be a storm today. The remnants of Hurricane Elsa will be Tropical Storm Elsa here, I guess. And the power may very well cut off. And I would not be surprised if the power, somehow the image has gotten worse. Somehow, I wouldn't be surprised if the power did shut off. At 4, we couldn't do a show. So now the question becomes, is this show with this imagery, is it better than having no show at all? It's damn close, man. I mean, no show at all would fucking suck tonight. Especially since we're on a 20-day streak. We're on a 20-day streak of 2-a-days on this this magical journey of being a musician, right? All of us. So yeah. And we talk politics and we throw shade at giant conglomerates who don't do their gig right. We throw shade at politicians who don't do their gig right. And we don't talk about celebrities because quite frankly, we don't care. We're not part of that soap opera community. And celebrities of all stripes. We don't talk about the musicians and we don't talk about the rock stars or musicians. And rock stars are the same thing. We don't talk about the musicians and we don't talk about the actors and we don't care about the writers. But when they say something stupid like Quentin Tarantino all this week, we've been at them because it just doesn't make any sense. But so that would be a radio show. While we have been streaming for 14 minutes after having tried to get in for 10, about 8 minutes, honestly. And since we got in, we have not had a clear picture. So I don't really know what to say. I know it's not my end because my camera is clear. But yeah, I don't know. Let's run through these things. Should I cut the electric guitar in? Should I cut the electric guitar? Did I just say? Should I plug? I think I tired my hands out with the acoustic. So y'all can hear that. Got it. want to make sure you guys can hear my mistakes. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's try that again. I'm doing more pad than tipping. See, like that was pad. That was this. That it should have been that. Yep. In here. That was a hiccup we had Monday that we fixed. And then here. Ugh. Fingertips, the very tips. And then here. So we know it. We learned it. And like we said, we wanted to learn it by Friday. We know it. We're familiar with it. We're just so sloppy. Come on, Haps, fix the screen. What is going on? And it won't like it can be rebuffered later and clear up. It'll just go out as a mess, which is what it's doing. So yeah, we may get our 20 minutes in and then just stop the stream. Just because, quite frankly, the equipment is not cooperating. What's going on here? Thank you. Okay, that's the thing. We're going to keep that open for you. We're going to put on a timer of, you hear the buzz? No, I was told, you hear the buzz? Come on, this screen is a mess. I was told, I'm going to move that amp. The next time I think I'm going to stick that amp. We're going to stick that amp. I guess good Lord. All right, I guess I'll go to the, where am I going? It's going to rain today. It's going to rain all day. It's going to rain till midnight. It's going to rain for 12 hours. No, it's not going to rain for 12 hours. It's going to rain. Hold on, let's cut this off. I think it's going to rain for like 3 days. Hold on, 12 hours. The storm is going to be here for like 12 hours, but then it's going to keep raining. Why won't this? I mean, you should be able to fix the picture. Show controls. Oh, okay, I see what happened. What is this? Picture in picture. Picture in picture. All right. Ah, that's good to know. All right, maybe we don't want to show controls anymore. I don't know what to say about this. So let's look up the weather. Tropical warnings. Oh boy. So from 5:30 a.m. to 1:45 p.m., tropical storm warning. That means since we're a coastal town, even before it rains, the ocean is pushing up on us. We all know this from 7th grade, right? Not geology, 7th grade earth sciences. What would earth sciences be called? It wasn't called earth science. I think it was called earth sciences for a little bit. It wasn't called earth science when we were a kid, right? But it was called earth sciences for a little while. And now it's called something else. It's like social studies was a thing when I was a kid, but now it's not called social studies. It's called something stupid. Uncertainty wins. All right, so this is what we need to go back. So what is our weather looking like for the next? Man, I'm telling you, these people, partly sunny. Meanwhile, if I go and get the same weather information from, say, my Apple phone, It's got a total different animal. It's saying it's going to be partly sunny Saturday. So it's going to rain all day today. To about 1 a.m. this morning, and then that's it. It's not going to rain on Saturday or Sunday. I don't believe you. I do not believe you. I think it's supposed to rain for the next 3 days. So, but if it doesn't, that's great. We can close this, and we still have a mess up picture. Oh man, here's the problem with these giant conglomerates. Internet. If you have an issue, your call goes to the customer service desk, which is a tape recorder in a basement where no one is manning it. So you want 1 billion people on your platform, but you got no way to help them if they need it. It's the new normal. Yeah, I've been up since 3 a.m. playing guitar. Now I was like, I need to go to sleep so I don't like pass out at like 5:30 and miss the 5 o'clock or the 7 o'clock. Let's cut this back on. Maybe if I slide away from it, it'll stop the humming. But then I'm away from my coffee. All right. All right, what are we doing? We're trying to wait for this picture to clear up, and it's not doing that. And it's been 22 minutes. Maybe this show will be about, oh, wow, if it's this bad, I could just take off my clothes and run around naked. Look at the frame rate on this thing. Oh, my God. Look at it. Let's put some science into this. If we were going to Andromeda, did I clear up? I think I cleared up for a minute. If we were going to Andromeda, see, I'm talking smoke and I was clearing up. All right, maybe we can dig back in. If we were going to Andromeda, that last frame rate, that is light speed, right? So that frame rate, as slow as that was, trying to get it together, that is us trying to get to like some distant star. So we need new fuels. We need new engines. we need a new actual spaceship. We need comfort. Why do you send the people into space in a tin can? We've seen enough sci-fi movies that people should at least be able to get there comfortably. There needs to be a sense of taking human comfort with you, not just human ingenuity, right? You have to have something there that you can get and break down and rebuild up stuff. So maybe if you've got dirt, you can break it down, get out all the bad stuff, then make bricks with it. Or maybe if you got plants, you could shred them up and make clothes with it. All this stuff is essentially plants, right? Cotton is plant. Then you got the other man-made stuff. Denim is cotton, right? Rugged cotton. So you've got a couple of grades of cotton for inside the ship, I guess. But outside, you're going to need way more substantial, I guess, things. So you're going to have to freaking have some ingenuity. You just can't stick people in a tiny can and tell them that we're making progress. When the space people come, they're just going to laugh at us. They're already zipping around in our atmosphere, got the American military chasing its own tail. Isn't that a strange thing? I mean, they've been telling us spaceships were bogus and weather balloons forever, and now they admit, they don't say that, well, I mean, they're the military. They're not going to go spaceships, right? But it's a thing that they're admitting, okay, there is this strange thing, and we don't know what it is. That is an amazing admission from the American military. Yeah, and it's over military bases, and we don't know what it is. Look, if we thought it was a foreign nation, they're the American men, we'd have shot the fuck out of that thing, right? They know better. So if they don't even think it's the enemy, that's the thing, right? Oh man, the enemy has lapped us with technology. They can be over our land and not just over our land, but over our military bases, right? They're not saying that, right? Who would that be? Who would be that ballsy? The Russians, right? I'd said before, we can eat the Russians' lunch. I think they know it. right? So all this like surreptitious shit that they're doing now, and Biden is telling them we're going to attack your oil if you keep. Why don't you tell them what you're going to attack, you idiot? The first thing I would have did is short up that immediately, right? But hey, I don't know, ridiculousness. Wow. Spaceships over military bases and they don't know what it is. It is quite an admission. And mind you, I wouldn't look. I'm talking about the American military is not fucking. I mean, they've let themselves slip. They're disciplined. I mean, the sexual assault and the killing that young military woman is out, and there's more than one of them. And it looks like they sort of covered up or let it, and now they got this issue. They also have an issue with racism, but other than that internal bullshit, the American military is on this fucking game. It really is on this game. So for them to say that they don't know what that is, and they have video images of it, right? And they have personnel, military jet flyers, right? They have personnel going. We don't, and there's a bunch of them, right? That one plane don't fly by itself, so they're going. Do you see this? Are you seeing this? They're releasing this. This is all just very. Oh man, this is how the movie starts, right? It starts with this, and then it starts in the 30s, and people go that, and then the next scene is in the 80s, where something happened, but we don't know about it, and then in the 90s, that thing, in the 2000s, 40 years later, 50 years later, that thing gets leaked, right? And then let's say in the 90s, that thing gets leaked, 70s, 80s, 90s. And now they finally begin to acknowledge it like now. And then we will likely hear in another 30 years another story about it. It's very much like Stargate. You saw the movie Stargate, right? The Stargate movie, it starts in I think on the Giza Plateau in Egypt, right? Digging up the first Stargate in like 1912 or something like that. But it really starts 5,000 years before that. Sort of like the Fifth Element started like 5,000 years, and then the next scene is them in space. It implies all this distance from when the thing is actually happening, which I love those. It implies the story is deeper than these characters, right? The story is richer and more complex than these people will know in their lifetime. So they get to put a piece together, and then down the line, someone else gets to put a piece together. So, but man, I mean, what's going to happen? What do you think the next shooter fall will be? They'll find one, they'll shoot one down, one will shoot it down, it'll crash into one will be seen over a major city by millions of people. All of these scenarios are plausible if you're sitting here going, I don't know what that is. And it's over a military base. They're not over cities, right? Maybe we should interview cows, right? They like to come here for our cows. Maybe they're here to save the cows. I mean, maybe Star Trek, not Undiscovered Country. What's the one with the whales? The Voyage Home, right? Maybe the Star Trek, The Voyage Home, when they went to get the whales, maybe they were wrong. They should have taken the cows. This is on top of, I want to say 6 years ago, that thing that came flying through our solar system. What did they call it? Amu. They named after some Hawaiian thing. It was like, they didn't know what it was. I mean, come on, guys. Fuck Andromeda. Just keep your spaceships in this zone. Try and put a colony on the moon and a colony on Mars. Try and do it together and stop being asshats. And while you're doing that, test new engines to see how far in our own system you can get before you sell me on nonsense while you shoot beer cans into space for trillions of dollars. Getting lapped by the Canadian who lived in, where does he live now? Texas. And essentially a business merchant who's Jeff Bezos. He's essentially selling people toothbrushes and toasters and this kind of thing. Super successful at it, but at the end of the day, he's made enough money to start his own space program. But he was never a scientist, right? He was a wonky fiddler with computers, and did it better because before he was around, Craigslist was around, and that dude made $1 billion, right? Selling stuff on the internet. So and then everybody just saw his model and tried to duplicate it. But, he's got a good model. I'll give it to him. But that doesn't mean I want him starting space programs or running for president or any of this other nonsense. Your legacy should be making your countrymen's deal better, not selling them more trinkets. And don't get, I have an Amazon Prime account. I bought a wonky uh, pyramid timer from them, and it fell over once, and now it doesn't work. So I'm beginning to believe that more of this stuff will just end up in landfills, like all of it before. I mean, the stuff we made before, like the 70s, were built to last. The furniture was good. You know, these cars you could tinker with, they were good. Now the whole thing is made to fall apart in 6 years, just after the warranty, so you have to get a new one. So that and all these birds are out of their freaking mind. That and all the plastic are definitely going to do it. And the next life form on this planet will love plastic. It'll eat it or produce it or be part of it or some nonsense. Because who knows? I mean, some people think that the dinosaurs were more, I want to say carbon, but it might have been carbon, something else. And then when all the oxygen came in the air, a lot of them suffered for it, right? It's kind of like if all of a sudden all this methane began coming in the air, people would die out, and the next new species would have to be like, you smell that? What a beautiful day. The air is perfect. They wouldn't say the oxygen. They'd be like, it's the methane. And then we'd be gone, and there'd be something else here. Who knows? Maybe they'd be smaller. Maybe the giant city of New York would be a whole country for them because they're only this big, right? Versus dinosaurs who were ginormous and died out. Maybe nature will get it right this time. You don't need to be this big. And then maybe you'll be smart enough to ride the birds. Birds don't need to be giant, right? And then you write your own fiction about how that world ends. The fish take over. Nothing like really good coffee. Okay, the last 3 days, whoever made the coffee in this house was not on their game. And I complained about it voraciously on this channel. But today, I got to give whoever made Discover Coffee their props. It's pretty good coffee. That's a good coffee. All right, so let's where's the mention? Here it is. So yeah, so it's 7:45. We're gonna try and round these morning shows out about about an hour, maybe an hour 15 minutes. Night shows go as long as they go because they're night shows, which we haven't debuted yet. I think we're going to soon though. I wanted to do it yesterday. Man, I don't know. I need to really come up with a schedule. I'm so loosey-goosey, laid back, easy. I'm not trying to stress you guys with a schedule, even though there is a schedule that I'm here 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. every day, 7 days a week. Yeah. You know what? The reason why I'm doing this, because I owe Haps, and they have my kitten locked in the basement. Yeah. They say if I don't stream every day, they won't let me. They send me pictures of my kitten every day. And my puppy. They have my kitten and my puppy and my favorite houseplant. They have all of those, so I have to stream every day. So I'm a little worried about it's a shoot off let my kittens go. So yeah, I'm concerned about today and the storm. But like I said, I thought it was going to be 3 days, and it looks like they're talking about only 12 hours. Man, Monday to the weather. They should really figure out what's going on. Right. Weather prediction got better, right? So when I was a kid, the weather prediction was 3 days, 3 to 5 days, generally 3 days though. And then the 5-day forecast became a thing. We're like, oh, 5 days. What? Ooh, not y'all. And then it was a 7-day forecast. Now they can tell you upwards of 10 days. But they don't usually give you 10 days. They give you like 7 on television, right? But they can give you up to 10 days. Modern technology. But now, every time I check, it's different. You know, this morning I checked. This thing is humming like a mofo. Hear it? I do have a lot of shit turned way up from the last time, though. Maybe we should adjust some of this. Okay, let's put everything in the middle. Let's turn the gain completely off and totally way down. Oh, that's actually better. I hear it, but you don't. But that's good. Bum bum bum. Why don't we turn this down? What is wrong with y'all? I have neighbors. Come on, seriously. Let's keep it respectable. It's still a quarter of the hour in the morning. Oh, turn that thing way up like that. What about the thing? What someone think of the children? All right, let's go. Let's turn this down a little more. And I'm also learning that, like, when I do this, I have a natural thing to do it here, which hits this pickup. I'm essentially hitting this pickup all the time. Am I gonna have to shade that window? Right. So I'm essentially. Can you see this? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that window. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to. Yeah. So the natural. You can see it. Yeah, we're gonna have to shut this shade. We're getting too much kick. So let's raise the seat a little bit. There you go. All right. Now we can be seen, and with my head cut off, close enough. All right. So am I gonna? I'll do it. All right. So can you see it now? Am I gonna have to cut this one off too? All right. All right, that's off. Now we're in a dim room with an obviously not well caffeinated me. I'm gonna do one more thing. The shade never drops. We could do this, then do this. All right, Lord. One day I'll get together and I know what is doing what here. So now you can sort of see the pickups. All right. No, you can't. All right. Well, that's what I get for having a white face guitar. Yeah, we're gonna cut this back on. Anyway, we'll make it super bright. Maybe that'll do something. So what I normally do is I end up strumming this mid pickup, which I shouldn't be doing. So I'm trying to stay in here, the groove between. And yeah, that is the story. It's all the mechanics feel weird, primarily because they're new mechanics, and that's the only way, right? I mean, you don't remember this, but when you first stood up and started walking or toddling around trying to get your balance, right? That must have been a weird thing for your head, your vision, your ear. I mean, I'm a big fan of imagining yourself in other people's shoes, and not just their work shoes, their life shoes. You know what I mean? And if you get good at it, you can, like, in your mind's eye, envision what it must be like to be X, Y, or Z, bird or fish or man, quite frankly. And if you get good at it, then you should be writing because you actually have a creative mind. A lot of people think in like words and pictures and in abstract art, but they don't think in like moving images. Some people don't dream. So how can you, as someone who doesn't dream, be creative? See what I mean? So yeah, I gotta do something about my picking. We all know this. But let's go through this. It really doesn't need to. Well, it's 10 to 8. And we had 25 minutes of a horrible incident with the resolution of the camera. That was not our fault. We're not going to flip too much about it because, like I said, we're going to be here every day for 1,000 days. We're trying not to get too angry at the people we pay rent to on the site. You know what I mean? See, I'm back. I'm back here again. I should be back here. Where does one put their hand? Where does one put their hand? All right. Jesus Christmas. All right. I need to play this thing more. I feel like I'm hitting the basement, and I don't feel like I'm hitting the basement with these. Well, primarily because there's a giant hole in the freaking guitar. The sound hole. Remember that episode? The sound hole. No snickering. We're friggin' adults. The sound hole. I wonder if I can invite myself up. True armor. Like I said, we're gonna open up a wormhole. So let's do this thing. I'm ahead of it or behind it. Yeah. Up. They're coming up. Kills me. Nope. Is this? Ah. All right. That was horrible, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have it Monday, and it's Wednesday. Oh, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. We should have this better by today. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, I agree with you. That was only one. Oh, stop it. Okay. Been up all day. I can feel the heat beginning to kick over. It's beginning to get humid. Here's the thing. It's going to cool down because the rains are going to come, right? But what happens is the rains begin to blow. People shut their windows. It's the summer. They cut their air conditioner on. Everybody cuts their air conditioner on. The grid will take a hit all at once, and then the powers will begin to blink out all across whatever area you're in, right? So here in Virginia, we get a lot of dot outs here, bloop, bloop, bloop. And they'll be out for like 12 hours, but no, not 12 hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours. They're pretty good about it if it does go out. During a storm, it doesn't, but other people may be out for a lot longer. Yeah, when the winds rain, I like to open the windows, but now I've got all this stuff in front of the windows, so I can't open the windows. There's always one in my bedroom that I kind of keep open with a towel on the windowsill and on the floor, just because rains are going to come in. And then I have a terrace open doorway, and I open that and I do sort of the same thing. I crack about that wide, and the wind comes in, which is what you need, fresh air, but you don't need all the water. But I think, like I said yesterday, air conditioning is one of the great sins of humanity. Uh, People are living in places they wouldn't normally be living if there wasn't air conditioning. So one day you're going to have this giant, and all the air conditioners are going to go out, and you're going to have this incredible die off from the old and the sickly and some of the young. And then when it doesn't come back on, a lot of people are just going to leave. Like, people are talking about how great California is. But quite frankly, California is too expensive. People are pooping in the street. The place is on fire, and there is no water. So, wow. I mean, how are you going to maintain? Why? Just by telling people, oh, but it's beautiful, and we've got millionaires. Look how nice they live. I don't know. I think people are going to, especially those millionaires, once they go, I can't fill up my pool. It's going to be what it's going to be, baby bubble. So yeah, it's getting warm now. And if I cool the whole apartment down to 12, go to work, come back. Yeah. Feel that? Balloon string? I always have it tied midway on my blind or something so I can look, and because unless you have flowing billowy curtains, which you really can't have around some pets, you can tell when the wind is blowing, which way it's blowing. So let's cut the fan on so we don't have to cut the air conditioner on. Yeah, on one, you can't hear it, but it feels good. All right, so we're just chugging along nicely. We might be able to do some stand-up work. I've been looking at this chord cart, this guitar chord chart. We did the math yesterday. What was the math on this? Right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 14 and 4. Okay, 8 times 14. I should do this in my head, but I'm not really feeling like it. Didn't we do this yesterday? Okay. 8 times 13 or 14? Good Lord, you're a mess. Oh my God, you just did this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. All right. 8 times 14. 8 times 14 plus 4. Okay, that's 116 chords on that chart. 116 chords. That's a lot of fucking chords. I wonder how many chords does the average guitarist know? Do you think we should even look and see? I'm sure someone has asked this question because we are a pretty competitive group. Okay, I'm going to click on this. I hope I don't lose my picture. All right, here we go. How many chords with an H does the average guitarist know? How many chords does the average guitarist know? Many guitarists will tell you that there are only 5 chords to concern yourself with at the beginning. There are 5 major chords, right? That's not the question I'm asking you. The space between the notes of the line, that's not. How many chords does a guitarist know? Learn more. 3 chords are enough for people to perceive you as a guitarist. All righty then. How many chords should you know? That's a different question entirely. How many chords should I learn in order to play? That's a different question. Come on, man. It's just a stupid, goofy question. How many chords in a guitar total? How many? Oh, that's a pretty good question. All right, I don't even know how many chords are there. How many chords are there on a guitar? The most used guitar chords. That's not what I want. How many chords does the average guitarist know? Is a very simple question. Very simple question. How many should I learn? How many should I know? I'm going to click on it anyway. All right. Open it. They're talking about 10, 12, 15. They're not talking about anywhere near 116. I would say that you eventually want to be able using the following: an open A, an A minor, an A7, an A minor 7, an A major 7, a B7, a C, a C7, a D minor, a D7, a D major 7, an E, a E minor, E7, E major 7, a G, and a G7. So that's a lot of A, B, C. There's one B, C's. That's a lot of A, C, D's, and G's, essentially. All right, let's cut this down. All right. I want to get more coffee. All right. So I guess we're going to crash this out because I want more coffee. And that's going to take me a while to brew, like at least 5 minutes. And I don't want to be off the air for 5 minutes. So maybe I'll come back. Maybe. I'll definitely come back.